Hi guys, I'm back. It's time for tip number 5. Your mind is starting to get right. You're loving yourself. You've accepted your journey in the process. You got your motivation. Now you have to commit and let your mind know this is not a diet. This is a lifestyle change. Diets have end dates. Lifestyle changes don't. This is the way that you're going to live for the rest of your life so that you can maintain after you've lost the weight. I've seen countless videos where people have lost significant amounts of weight and then they stop living that way and they gain it back. Now they have to lose it all over again. It's hard enough to lose the first time. Can you just imagine the second or the third time? Don't do it to yourself. Get it in your head that this is the way it's going to be from now on. There is no going back. There just isn't. So, how do we do this? This is what I've done to change the way I think. I made changes that I could live with. I made substitutions. Rather than changing my diet completely, I made healthier choices that mirrored my old diet. So I showed you guys in some of the what I eat videos. Before, I was eating buttermilk waffles every morning, having 6 tablespoons of sugar in my coffee, having regular butter. I changed and substituted those for wheat waffles. My coffee, I have no sugar and no milk. I now have just 1 packet of Truvia and take it black. I don't use regular butter. I can't believe it's not butter, and it's light. I cannot believe it's not butter. Make changes that you can live with. Start off small. If you know that you love to eat meat, don't commit to becoming a vegetarian because it's going to be too hard. You have got to ease into this if you want to succeed. Those drastic changes, eventually your mind's going to revolt and say, whoa, this is not the regular path that we go. This road is very unfamiliar to me. I want to go back to the way it used to be. And you have got to slowly start walking down that new path before you can run and then jump in your car and drive off. You got to give the mind time to adjust. And as you're going on and adjusting, then you make bigger changes and bigger changes. But you know what? They're not really bigger changes because they're still going to be small compared to what you've been doing. But from the beginning, then it is going to be a drastic change. If you want to become a vegan, or if you want to do no carbs, or you want to do high fat, whatever it is that you decide you want to do for your lifestyle change, you have to start small. Start substituting. Start cutting things out one at a time that you can live with, and then continue doing that until you've reached that goal. Same thing with exercise. Don't go and try to do a HIIT session when you've never exercised before. Don't go try to run a mile. You've never walked a mile before. Baby steps. You got to let your body and your mind work its way up to where you want to be. Those major changes, let those be your goals that you work towards, and make it a progress, a journey. For example, as far as my exercise, when I first started exercising, I had back problems. I was very, very stiff. I could barely stretch. And about a month in, I saw this 30-day HIIT challenge. Mind you, I didn't even know what the hell HIIT was. But I said, 30-day challenge. Let me give it a try. I turned on that video, and within the first 5 minutes, I was like, oh, hell no, this ain't even working. I couldn't even last 5 minutes. I tried to go from a couple weeks of yoga to a HIIT training, and it just did not work. But last week, I turned on the same program, and I was able to sustain, because it's 5 months later. Let your mind and your body progress. Don't expect miracles in one day. You do what you can, and then you keep doing a little bit more. You also don't want your mind to feel like it's being deprived of anything, because when you feel deprived, you start craving it. Your mind starts revolting on you and saying, I want it now. You've been giving it to me, and now all of a sudden you're telling me, no, I want it now. Don't put your mind in that position, because your mind controls everything. It will eventually win. You got to have a super, super strong willpower, or it will win. So rather than doing that, don't deprive yourself. Make the small changes. Make the small changes that you know you can live with. You want to practice moderation and portion control so that your mind doesn't say, okay, now you're telling me I can't have none of that? Really? Whereas if you practice moderation and portion control, then you're giving it a taste, just enough to quiet the waking beast. You want them to go back to sleep long enough for you to continue on towards your goals. Prepare your mind for this change, and don't think of it as a diet, because it's not. This is something that you're going to have to sustain for the rest of your life. So do something that you know in your hearts of hearts, and being honest with yourself, that you are going to be able to do for the rest of your life. If you know anyone that would benefit from this video, please share with them. And if you haven't yet, hit the like button. Leave us a comment on how you feel about a lifestyle change versus a diet. And I will see you guys tomorrow with tip number 6. Until then, bye bye bye.